If you're looking to lose that belly fat in 2025, then you're in luck, because what I'm going to show you in this video is probably something you haven't tried before. The most important thing when going in for a fat loss phase is to make sure that we're losing the fat while preserving muscle tissue. The reason for that is the more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns on its own. More muscles equals more calories burned per day, and we need that help if we want to get the best results from our fat loss journey. Now, what I'm going to show you in this video is a strategy to do just this: burn fat while preserving and even building muscle mass, so you can speed up your calorie burning process and help the fat shed off. The best way to do this is something I call hybrid training. Hybrid training is the mix of the best elements from multiple different fitness protocols to get the best from each, and in this case, tailoring it for you to shed fat and build muscle so you can get that lean body this year. I've been doing this now for over 12 years and I've helped over 200 people achieve their dream bodies with the stuff I'll show you in this video today. So make sure to watch the entire thing, because by the end you'll know exactly what to do to burn your fat off, and more importantly, how to keep it off for good. So let's get into it. When it comes to burning off body fat, now the most important thing, and I'm sure you've heard this before, is your nutrition. You need to dial down on that nutrition. Keep it real with yourself, understand what you're consuming on a day-to-day basis, see what you can actually increase and decrease in terms of maybe, for example, you're not reaching your protein goals for the day, or for example, maybe you're under eating, you're not getting enough calories, or in another case, maybe you're overeating, you're consuming too many calories. You have to have an idea of what your nutrition is like. Once you sort that out and you are consistent with it, trust me, you will see the results. In most people's cases, I recommend to be in a slight caloric deficit, as it's going to shed that body fat whilst also maintaining a high protein intake daily. This way you're going to build a lot of muscle. This whole process is called a body recomposition, which is what we want. We want to build muscle but also shed body fat. Now here's a generic guide you guys can follow. This is a meal plan that's taken from one of my clients. Again, this should show you guys exactly how you can eat on a day-to-day basis, making it healthy, making it fun, but also enjoyable and sustainable in the long run. This is key, guys. The meals you eat have to be enjoyable. That way you will sustain this in the long run and it won't feel like a diet. Make sure, again, the meal plan is high in protein. I recommend 1 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Take myself, for example, I'm 78 kilos, so I'm gonna need double that in protein daily. Ideally, I wanna aim for around 140 to 150 grams of protein every day. I know it's a lot, guys. However, there are means to get that protein in. You just have to make sure you're eating the right things. Examples of lean sources of protein are chicken, fish, you've also got eggs, milk, cheese, yogurt. All of this is natural food, is high in protein. So make sure you're consuming enough protein on a day-to-day basis. If you're not getting sufficient protein, you can also supplement with protein shakes. This is another great way to boost up your protein intake for the day. Again, guys, it's really important we hit those protein goals, because as we train, we don't want to put it to waste. If you're not taking in that protein, your body can't build that muscle tissue on your body. So you want to make sure overall your protein intake is high, and again, you're in that slight caloric deficit. When it comes to your training, then you want to make sure you're doing some sort of resistance training. I personally prefer the hybrid approach. This is a mixture of all different fitness protocols. You're involving bodyweight training, you're involving weights, mobility training. This is just in order to achieve that full functional body, making sure that you're sustaining this for the long run. You're obviously going to feel better and look better at the same time. And this is what we want from you guys. By the way, guys, if you want me to help you to make sure you achieve your fat loss goals in 2025, then click the link in the description and watch my free training video. Now, I personally recommend training at least 3 to 4 times a week. Doing full body workouts as a total beginner. Having this as a rule of thumb is key. It will keep you consistent, guys, and over time, as you build strength, then you can look at changing it up and maybe doing different workout splits to get more volume on specific muscle groups. For example, doing upper-lower splits or push-pull leg type splits, or again, a typical generic bodybuilder split. So there's loads of options, guys, but the main thing is to stay consistent with the training routine, track your progress, try and increase the amount of reps or the weights that you use over time. Basically, just find a way to track progress, and that's how you're gonna build muscle and really see some results. Certain exercises that I recommend you incorporate in your routines are, again, those compound movements. So any bodyweight exercise is great. Just make sure it's intense enough to cause and elicit muscle growth. Again, a lot of the bodyweight exercises, if you're a complete beginner, they will already be challenging. However, if you're a lot stronger, then instead of maybe, for example, doing push-ups on the floor, you might do weighted push-ups or weighted dips, for example. Just those small little nuances, making sure that obviously over time you are progressing with your training. So I recommend compound movements that involve multiple areas of your body, and that's going to help you burn a lot more calories because the workouts will be more intense and require more energy. Last but not least, as a finisher, I do recommend some sort of aerobic conditioning, whether that be doing around 10K steps in a day, or again, finishing off your workouts with a little HIIT workout. Any any form of movement is key, guys. The more movement you're doing, the more calories you're gonna be burning. So again, movement is king. Just get out there, do some stretching. Even on days when you're completely resting, if it's a rest day, do some light recovery, maybe some yoga, meditation, just stuff to keep the body moving. Honestly, guys, this will fare you so much better in the long run instead of doing like marathons or long distance running or sprints, you know, where it's very, very intense. Just do stuff that's gonna get your body moving, and over time, you will reap the rewards. And again, if you want my help with all of this, check the free video training in the description below. And follow me on Instagram for daily tips to keep you on track in 2025. And don't forget to comment your fitness goals for 2025. I'd love to hear from each and every one of you what you're working towards. Best of luck to you, and I'll see you in the next one.